Good evening, everyone. This is Janine Stanley, your IRA Explorer Community Manager, and we are on the last of our expeditions for this series. And this is an expedition that many people have asked for yet again. So we're repeating this one from our last series, but you know, sometimes you take a hike in the same place and you see completely different things. So with me tonight is Mr. Ryan Bishop. Hello, Ryan.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well and looking forward to our expedition today.
Awesome. And we also have Agent Emma with us today. Hello, Emma.
Hello, everyone.
And for everyone who is watching, Emma's avatar here is her dog, Winston. And describe Winston to everybody.
Yeah, this is a photo of Winston, who's my Great Dane. He's black, and he's got, this is a close-up shot, a glamour shot, if you will, of him looking at the camera with sunglasses on. So quite a funny photo. I hope you enjoy.
Way too cute. So tonight we're going to be talking about Teamviewer. Now, if you have been an explorer for any amount of time, you have heard us talk about Teamviewer. And Teamviewer is the tool that we choose to use in most cases, I would say the absolute majority of cases, for an agent to interact with your computer. Teamviewer is a screen sharing program, and what it allows us to do is it allows your agent to actually come in and take control of your computer. So tonight we're going to take a look at this on both the Windows and the Mac side, and I am going to start off here by doing a screen share. Okay. We'll share our computer sound. And
you have started screen share.
Window, system dial.
Alrighty. Now, we are going to go to what I did was
Finder.
First of all,
System preferences, Google Chrome.
There
Chrome.
you go.
Teamviewer,
I
the
went
remote
to
desktop software.
the website teamviewer.com. And what I do when I go to the site and grab a new version of Teamviewer or just grab Teamviewer to load on a different machine is to make my life go more quickly.
Teamviewer, the remote desktop software. Open or close the mobile menu. Teamviewer, list 3 items. Search.
Okay, I'm in the website now, and I usually do a search with my screen reader search function, which in this case is going to be voiceover F.
Enter search text. Previous search.
Find.
Download. Download.
Just going to go to
Download for free.
Okay, here's our download for free. Now, there are 2 versions of Teamviewer. You want the free one, so you want this particular link. And the paid version, the one that you sign up for, that will allow you to control other people's computers. If that's something you want, great, go ahead and sign up for it, but you actually don't need that. What you're going to need, move my microphone there for you, you're going to need the free link. So now I've already downloaded that, so I'm going to come back over here.
Zoom us. Finder.
Now,
Finder. Teamviewer. Window. Install Teamviewer PKG.
On the Mac, it will download what is called a disk image. And when you hit Command O on that disk image, you're going to get into the Teamviewer installation program. And we'll show you that.
Google Chrome. Zoom us. System preferences. Finder.
Okay.
Install Teamviewer PKG.
There's our install Teamviewer package. So I'm just going to hit open on that.
Open. Installer. Install Teamviewer. Window. Welcome to the Teamviewer installer. Has keyboard focus.
Okay, so welcome to the Teamviewer installer. And I'm just going to hit my voiceover key and my right arrow to go across here.
Introduction. License. Destination select. Installation type. Installation. Summary. Image. You will be guided through the steps necessary to install this software. Go back. Continue.
Okay, and I'm just going to continue. You can go through all of this on your own if you would like.
Press continue.
Now, a strange thing about this is I'm going to VO left through.
Go back. Save. Print. Teamviewer. Image. Summary. Installation. Summary. Image. Teamviewer. End user license agreement. If the place of purchase or your print.
Okay, we are not going to read the end user license agreement, but you are welcome to do so if you so desire.
Save. Go back. Continue. In dialog 4. Window. Install Teamviewer. Read license. To continue installing the software, you must agree to the terms of the software license agreement. Disagree. Agree.
Okay, I'm going to agree to that.
Install.
And I'm going to hit my VO spacebar on
Application.
install.
Window. Touch ID has keyboard focus. Installer busy.
And we're going to let this install. Now, Ryan, what's the path
Teamviewer.
to do this
Teamviewer.
on Windows?
Window. Janine.
We have to get Ryan off mute.
Password. Janine. Stanley.
Oh, goody. It's going to ask me for my password.
Password.
Absolutely.
Secure edit
So-
text.
Oh, I'll let you.
Yeah.
Keep me secure edit text.
Okay. Well, you know what? If I knew my password, that would be helpful, but I don't remember my password. So we're
Quit
going to
TeamViewer.
cut. All right, we're going to get out
Installer.
of that.
Install TeamViewer. Window. Close.
I'm going to stop screen sharing.
Finder. Google Chrome. Zoom us. Zoom us.
Okay. There we go. And usually it does not ask you for your username and password. It's going to go on and install the program. It's also going to ask you about the security permissions. And on the Mac, there are some security permissions that you are going to have to install. And those are going to be under your system preferences. Then you're going to go to security and privacy. And from there, you will need to click on the privacy tab or just space on privacy, select that. And then you're going to see a table. And in that table, you're going to go down to screen recording. And you want to make sure that TeamViewer is in the list of apps for screen recording. And once you've got it in there, you've hit the space bar on it to make sure it's checked. Some people have found with Catalina that they have to actually restart their computer before TeamViewer is going to be activated and the screen recording feature is going to be allowed. So I would suggest that you go ahead and restart. The first thing you really want to do in TeamViewer once you get into it is check for updates. And you can do that from the menu. If you bring up the menu with VoiceOver M, you can go in and you can check for updates on TeamViewer. And the reason that I say do this right away is because TeamViewer updates pretty frequently. And so you will want to be sure to check for updates on TeamViewer. Now, when you get into TeamViewer, Ryan, is this pretty much the same when we're talking Windows land?
So it is in a way. There's a couple of things that I want to point out. So let me get to my installer. And I'll go through that because there's a couple of radio button groups that I want to point out that are very important, because if you don't in Windows select the right radio buttons, it will actually put you on the paid version.
Oh dear.
So
which is, I think, what may have happened to me. And while Ryan is doing this, so Emma, from the agent's point of view, what really helps you guys if someone is intending to use TeamViewer on a call? What is really helpful to do?
So when calling in, if you're trying to be efficient about your time, if you just kind of want to browse and do whatever, you can just call in and we can assist. But if you're in a time crunch, want to get things done efficiently, I would say the best way to do it is already have TeamViewer brought up. That way you can quickly show us your screen with the camera and we can see your codes, or you can read them off to us and we'll just hop right into your TeamViewer. You can also add your TeamViewer code if it's consistent. You can add that to your profile, so we can just cut and paste it. There's a few ways to do that. But either way, once we get that code from you, then if you want to have the web page brought up or the document brought up that you want us to work on, having that up right away will allow us to just jump right into the task and not need to open it. But if you don't know where it is, or if you just are browsing, no need to have those things open. We can open them for you.
Excellent. That is great advice. And here is Ryan with Windows.
So I've already downloaded my TeamViewer exe, and I've gotten it out of my downloads folder and I've clicked on it and it brought up a screen. So let me share my screen and slow down my screen reader for you guys, because I'm pretty sure that there's only a couple of people who are going to understand what my screen reader is saying right now.
And am I going to need to? There we go.
All right. Now, I already have my TeamViewer installer. Now, the thing about Windows that's a little different from Mac is that the TeamViewer installer in this is only one screen. So there's going to be a group of radio buttons that we're going to see here, and we're going to have our license agreement here, which, funny enough, doesn't read. I don't know if that's intentional for TeamViewer, but
it definitely reads on the Mac. I can tell you that.
So we're going to get these property pages, and it's going to say, how do you wish to proceed? So our first group of radio buttons says,
property page, how do you want to proceed? Default installation radio button checked.
And you can choose from either default installation,
custom installation with unattended access support radio button checked,
or custom installation with unattended access support. I recommend going for the default installation. Unattended access, basically for Windows, it means that the agent will be able, or not necessarily the agent, I don't want to say that, that you can set up TeamViewer to have anybody, as long as you give them your key, be able to use the computer without you there. I don't recommend you do that. Always use the default installation. So we're going to tab over, and now this is the important group of radio buttons.
Show advanced settings checkbox not checked. Accept next button. Prop default installation license agreement. Prop show advanced accept license property.
It's not going to show us. Sometimes it does
page,
this.
Do you want to proceed? Default installation. Show advanced settings checkbox not checked.
Let's see if we.
Accept next button. Property page default installation license agreement. Accept proper default installation.
It's not going to show us.
Accept next button. Default installation. Custom.
Of course, when I wanted to show this
This
off.
is, I was going to say, this is always what happens, isn't it?
License agreement. Accept next button.
Let me see if it'll give me another option.
Desktop.
Or if it'll just do it this time. It might be because I've already done this before.
TeamViewer remote support. Unattended access. Meetings and presentations. How do you want to proceed? TeamViewer setup dialog. TeamViewer setup dialog. Destination dir. Edit C.
Here we go. So here's the destination directory, and it's going to ask where I want to install it to. I do want to keep the default directory, so I'm going to leave it the same.
Browse button. Install TeamViewer printer driver checkbox not checked.
We don't need TeamViewer printer driver.
Use TeamViewer VPN checkbox not checked.
We don't need the TeamViewer VPN.
Use TeamViewer meeting add-in for Outlook checkbox checked.
We definitely don't need TeamViewer meeting in for Outlook, though you could use that if you wanted to. So I'm going to uncheck that. That will come checked automatically.
Next greater button alt plus N.
And we're going to hit next.
Rest. Unavailable. Show details button alt plus D.
And we are now installing. And the only group of radio buttons that you did not see, that it did not show me, that you'll see for a first time install of TeamViewer, you're going to get asked if you want to use this as a one-time install, or if you want to use it forevermore as the free version, or if you would like to pay. And those are not the exact wordings of what those radio buttons are going to say, but you want to say that it's for personal use, and then hit next. And then you will go ahead and get TeamViewer started. Everything will start to work for you. Once this install finishes, it's automatically going to open up TeamViewer. You're going to have, oh, here it is. It showed up here.
Yes, I want to explore the full feature business.
So what happened is a screen pops up.
No, I already, yes, I want to.
And it says,
TeamViewer setup dialog. Graphic installation complete. Please select how you want to use TeamViewer. Please select how you want to use TeamViewer graphic. Property page. Do you want to try TeamViewer commercially? Explore our full featured 14-day business trial for free. Do you want to try TeamViewer commercially? Explore our full featured 14-day business trial for free. Yes, I want to explore the full featured business trial radio button not checked. No, I only need TeamViewer for personal use radio button not checked. No, I already have a.
And if you accidentally hit the wrong radio button here, it will mess up your entire TeamViewer experience. So you want to make sure that you hit this radio button, which is, and I just selected that with a down arrow. And it will
what does that
automatically
one say, in case people couldn't understand that?
Move to unknown.
Of course, you're going to ask me that.
It said
no,
no.
I only need TeamViewer for personal use. And yeah, you'll have 3 radio buttons there. So good question. But yeah, after that's done, then TeamViewer will automatically open, as you can see here. But and then you will automatically be connected to TeamViewer, and your agent can then use that screen that just popped up to get your meeting ID and passcode, and you automatically get to have them connect. Now, it is important to know that your agent does need, there is no, on Windows, there is no restrictions. On Mac, there is no restrictions. So your agent will be able to do everything once they are connected to your computer. And I mention that because I know on phones there are different restrictions. So
when
I
we
don't
get
know if
into
you
the
want
phone
to.
apps,
I don't know when you want to get into those, but
well, we'll do a little bit with the computer first, and then we'll go to the phone. So you can go ahead and leave that screen up there, Ryan, if you would like, because I want to tell you about there are two things on this initial screen, two pieces of information that you're going to need. And the first one is your ID. Now, if you are on a Mac and you VO right arrow across the screen, is laid out a little strangely. You'll hear first a tab that will say your ID, then it will say partner ID, then it will have a 9-number ID that will pop up. And that particular ID is going to be permanent, and that ID is tied to your actual machine. So it's not like anybody can take that ID and use it anywhere else. It's specific to your computer. So that's great. We have that. Then we have showing on the screen a password. You'll VO right arrow over a couple times, and you'll find the edit box where the password is contained. In Teamviewer, either Mac or Windows, you get a new password every time you open the app. You're going to get a new password. Now, there is a way that you can set up a permanent password. It will not show on the screen, though, not even as the little stars. What the screen will show is that individual new password each time, but you can definitely use a permanent password. And Emma, we researched this before the program. How do we do that in Windows?
In Windows, yeah, let me pull that back up. So in Windows, you're going to go to extras, and then let's see here. I went over to the Apple one, so I was off of it for a second.
No problem.
First, you're going to go to extras, and then options, then select security, and then you're going to enter in a personal password. And this can be any password. And then once you enter it again, you can confirm it. And then this is a password that will be able to be used every single time to access your computer. And I believe even if you're not at your computer and your computer is on. So, and Teamviewer is open. So let's say you are out and about and need to check something on your computer, you could, and you have a password that's the same all the time. You could call into Ira and give us that information, or we could look that information up if you have it saved with us and access whatever files you might need, or help you with something like that.
And then on the Apple side of it, you're actually going to go into, once you're in Teamviewer, you're going to go into Preferences, which is Command, comma. And so you go into Preferences, and in Preferences, you'll go to Security, and same basic setup. You can select your personal password, and away you go. And I really like this part because I can have it, I can put it in my Ira folder, I can have it there for agents to find quickly, and it just works. So, Ryan, would we like to travel somewhere to show how this works?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we're going to send Ryan to a website. Let's send him to one of our new partners you're going to be hearing about very soon. You heard about it last week on the Explorer call, but now you're going to see it in action. Let's go to target.com.
I'm so excited for this partnership.
Woohoo! You bet. And I don't know if you want to screen share that, Ryan, and then Emma can log into your Teamviewer.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I see what you want me to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. Ryan is frozen tonight.
I was actually digging through security, and I could not actually find what the steps that you were following in Teamviewer. And so I was trying to see on Windows how we can do it, but I couldn't find it. So.
Never fear. Never fear.
Let me
now,
get
I will tell you folks that, it is very odd. If you've never done a screen share before or a remote control, it's very weird because all of a sudden things are jumping around and the screen is moving and you have this impulse to touch it and make it do things. And, sometimes you can get in the way of each other. So definitely do not try that at home. But one of the things, well, let's see, Emma, what kinds of things, while Ryan's getting ready, what kinds of things do people normally do with TeamViewer besides go to target.com?
Yeah. Are you talking about just the TeamViewer for the computers, or are we talking on
just
the cell
kind
phones?
of the TeamViewer for computers. What sorts of things do they do with agents using this app?
Absolutely. So there's almost everything that you can do on a computer we've helped out with, but one of the main things would be signing documents, having like different captchas and check boxes that are inaccessible, or any inaccessible website. And then one of my favorites is just shopping or looking at an item and getting a description of the photo that comes with it. So something like that, if you're looking for an item and the photo that comes with it isn't, you want to know, is the plug on the back or is the plug on the front? Are the buttons on top or the side? Before you get it, the picture descriptions that they have with those websites usually don't include that information. That's always good to get. And also formatting, like we talked about in our last podcast, and really anything, lots of calls like that.
Oh, wow. And colors, like when it gives a list of colors or prints and patterns, those are the ones that I always need an agent to describe because, boy, they're definitely nothing like what I thought in some cases.
Definitely. Okay, so I got Ryan's code and I'm going to get all set up here.
All right. And then Emma will screen share actually, or yeah, I think you can do that, right? Yep.
We're doing it. We're getting the codes off screen.
Yes,
so
got
that way,
it. So that you all don't see Ryan's codes. And
I am in on Ryan's computer.
Okay. Do you want to share screen or do you want me to share screen?
I can share screen.
Okay.
Let's see here. Unless you want to actually, if you want to share like a specific, is it just the target we're going to right now?
We're going to go to.
I have it open right here.
Perfect. I'm just going to enlarge that and then I'll share the screen here.
All right.
Okay. So right now what you are seeing is my my desktop streaming Ryan's desktop. And it is the target streaming to Zoom and to YouTube. But we are looking at the Target website right now, and it has a large advertisement for Halloween. It says there's still time. Get candy, costumes, and more delivered today with same-day pickup and delivery.
Oh, that's dangerous.
And
that's
you know
dangerous
what?
Right there.
A picture of a corgi in a hot dog costume, among other photos that are Halloween related.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
so go ahead.
The excitement here is that our Target offer actually covers pickup and delivery. Woohoo! Yeah.
So exciting. So yeah, if Ryan were wanting help on the Target website, he could call right in. I would get his code information like we did off audio, and we would jump right in and I would be able to help. So what are you looking for on
Generally
Target today?
speaking, if I were going to let her see my code, I could do two things. I could do either I could have read it out loud to her. And you can find that a little bit differently on Windows. If you tab through the TeamViewer screen, it's going to be in a box that says your ID. So you don't have to tab twice for that. It's just in a read-only edit box. Tabbing over one more will be a password. Generally speaking, you'll see a 9 to 10 digits for Windows. It could start with a 1, and it could just start with a group of 3. In either way, it's usually written as the same way number, space, number, space, number. You do not have to read the spaces to your agent, just read the 9-digit number. And then your password will be a 6-digit, 6-character password. Once that
All
happens,
uppercase letters, right?
Not always.
Huh.
There are some lowercase letters, there are some uppercase letters. It doesn't matter, it seems, that I've noticed, because I've never actually had to say capital A, capital B. So I don't know why it's written that way, but it is. I should mention that when you get connected through Windows, there are no connect prompts. So Teamviewer with the screen reader, when an agent enters your ID, you will see the agent's name pop up when they enter your ID. You will see the Teamviewer screen change to say somebody is attempting to connect to your screen, give them this password. But it does not give you a box to click on. So I don't know if that's different from Mac.
Nope, actually Mac just connects. You'll hear, like you said, you'll hear the TeamViewer screen change. You don't have to do anything. Once you have given that information to your agent, then the agent will connect. There's nothing you need to do. And then you can actually, move away from that screen, whatever you need. Ryan, I think you need a snow shovel and some hot chocolate, right?
I'm definitely open for some hot chocolate. Let's see if we can find some.
Definitely. So I'm going to go into the search bar and type in hot chocolate. And they have hot chocolate bombs, or hot chocolate K-cups.
Ooh.
Let's do hot chocolate K-cups. I like Keurigs. I'm a Keurig person personally.
Yeah.
Definitely. So clicked on that, and first it's bringing us to Swiss Miss is the first one. After that, we have Starbucks Classic Hot Cocoa.
Oh, shout out to
Look
our testings.
Yeah,
Shout
we
out
didn't
to our
plan this,
7
folks. We
cities
did not plan this. It's
Although,
great, but
I don't know. Personally, I know they sell it in the store. I know they sell it in Target. But if I'm going to get Starbucks stuff, I got to go to Starbucks.
yes,
It's
you have
just,
to go to an actual Starbucks store.
Shout
And
out
Ryan,
to
might I suggest when you're at the Starbucks taking a selfie?
Oh, well, might I suggest
Absolutely.
getting that with an agent and posting it?
Absolutely.
So yeah, the first K-cups I'm seeing are the Swiss Miss that has a 22 count, and the Starbucks also has 22 count. The Swiss Miss is $13.99 and Starbucks is $15.99. Would you like to add one of those to your cart?
Swiss Miss sounds interesting. I don't even know what that one is. I'm kind of
Swiss
interested
Miss
in
is like the
trying that.
classic. Yeah,
Yep.
let me add that one.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay, and then it asks if you're adding it to your cart for a free order pickup at Lawton.
Wow, it's smart.
Yes, it knows exactly where Ryan is right now.
That's exactly what
pretty
we're gonna
cool.
do, and we will end up buying that one after the expedition, actually, because I think I'm actually gonna get that.
Okay, and then what else was it that you needed besides hot chocolate?
Well, I can tell you, Janine wants to see if there's any Mexican hot chocolate.
Well, let's do it. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Now we gotta look.
Folks, if you've never had Mexican hot chocolate, it's magical.
Let's see if they have Mexican hot chocolate.
Now I'm curious. Let's see.
Okay, so they have the Abuelita hot chocolate, authentic hot chocolate mix, if that's what you're talking about, unless you're talking about spicy hot chocolate. But it looks like they have
actually, they're probably
Mexican
they may be a little
brand.
bit of both. Abuelita is grandmother, so let's see what grandmother's hot chocolate is.
Does that have a description? Can we see?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So the box, I'll tell you right off the bat, is a yellow box that looks like it is a kind of like a tubular shape, and it has it's yellow with the word Abuelita across the top in a banner, and then underneath is a photo of a grandma looking woman with gray hair looking at the camera with her glasses down on her nose, cheersing a cup of cocoa, and it's from Nestle, I think I said that. And then after that, we're going to look over and see that it's actually out of stock in Lawton, unfortunately. But it is, but it
That
is
might have saved us.
$3.19, and it is $3.19, and you can ship it to your address if you'd like.
That's not fair.
Okay, and then what should we look for next, Ryan?
I actually don't think I need anything else right now.
Well, perfect.
I want to look at bath towels.
Bath towels.
Okay.
I'm gonna hijack Ryan's account here.
Yes.
do it.
Can we
Let's
put
do
it on Ryan's card as well?
Right.
Hey, you know?
Okay.
I think
so-
Janine would love it if I sent her K-cups and bath towels.
There you go.
What a cozy gift. Okay.
Hey,
Is there any
Christmas is coming.
patterns or anything that we should look for right off the bat? Or
I am looking for really deluxe thick towels.
okay, let's see
Only the
what we
best
can
for
find.
Janine, right?
That's right.
So there's a few different filters here that I'm able to scroll down and see on the left side. The first one is material, or the first one that might help us get you those towels is material. So I see there's cotton, hemp, linen, microfiber. Oh, let's see. None of these are telling me thick. So let's see, keep looking.
I'm gonna go with cotton, I think.
Okay, we'll click that one, narrow it down a little bit. Okay,
No,
and
you-
one that pops up is the spa bath towel from Threshold Signature. That one looks a little bit puffier than the others based on
Ooh.
the photo.
that
And it
sounds
looks like
adorable.
They have a ton of different color options to choose from.
Ooh, so let's hear some of those colors.
Okay, so the first one is going to be aqua stripe. It looks like that's white with a blue stripe along one of the edges. And it's 3 blue stripes actually.
Mm.
And that one is the aqua stripe. After that, they have, okay, so it looks like they have the color and then the color with a stripe. And the color with the stripe is going to be like usually a white towel with that color of stripe. So for example, they have the aqua towel, which is all that aqua blue color. And then after that, they have it.
Stripes are
you
cool.
wanna-
I don't know.
And then they have a bunch of other colors. They have grays, blues, anything specific you're looking for?
Oh, well, actually for my bathroom, it would be the aqua, definitely.
Perfect. And then
My
they have
bathroom
that.
has an ocean theme, so.
Well, that's fun.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
And they have the bath sheet, the bath towel, hand towel, and washcloth.
Oh, and how much is that set out of curiosity?
Let's see. So the bath sheet is 20 plus the bath towel was 13. So that's 43. Then we add in a $10 hand towel. That's 53. And the $9 washcloth.
So they don't actually have it as a set.
They don't have it as a set, but these are the big puffy ones. So I think that's why we got this hefty price tag on them.
Nice. Very nice.
Awesome.
Well, I won't tell you how much I paid for my last towel. So. You're not
Yeah.
kidding when you say I like the luxury towels. So
Towels are nice. I mean,
They're-
you have
Oh,
to get the
yeah.
fluffy ones. The non-fluffy ones are just they're no fun.
exactly. So as you all can see, there are a ton of things that we can do on a website like Target.com in terms of shopping. Now, we can go off this website if we want, but let's see, how would we, if we needed to fill out a form or something like that, Emma, how would we do that? I know it's hard to bring up like a form on a website, but how would we do that with you?
Yeah, we could do a pretend one since Ryan's not actually signed in. So I'm going to the cart, and this is going to need more information from me. We can fill it out for a made up person so we don't put
Great.
Ryan's information out there. Okay, so let's see. I clicked 2-day shipping. We're in this cart right now, and it's just showing that Swiss Miss hot cocoa. And so there's for example, an option for a promo code. This is one thing that I always suggest people ask their agents about. Is there a promo code to this website? Because we can quickly Google if there's a promo code for that website. Now, I have to say I do quite a bit of...
Hey, we got a hack, guys.
Yes, I do a lot of shopping at Target, and I am aware that there are not very many promo codes, so I won't look this time. But on other websites, there are often promotional codes that give you about 10 to 20% off, and we can quickly try to look for those if you'd like. If you're not, no problem. We won't always be able to find one, but we often can.
I don't
so
know.
You're
I
welcome.
wouldn't try anytime because that just sounds wonderful.
Well, if you're not in a rush, you're welcome to ask for that.
This is an agent superpower here.
So that's one thing we could put in. And then I'll go to the checkout and then we'll see. So here's a form of sorts. So this is asking for an email and a mobile phone or a mobile phone number and a password, or creating a Target account. So this is a common form, is creating accounts that will help people fill out. This one just needs the email, first name, last name, those types of things. We'd be able to enter that information in for you, make you that account. We can also help you save that information if you want to go back into it later by putting it either in your notes or in your folder. Notes are something that we use on our dashboard that's easily accessible. Folders are usually for more extensive information, and we keep that in a different place, not right in front of our eyes when you call in. So those are two things we could do with filling out a form.
Great. I should also mention that the brilliancy of filling out forms with Ira is also that if you have your profile filled out and you tell the agents, I just want to use the email and the phone number that's on my profile and the address that's on my profile, they are able to pull that information, input this in for you, especially, and I'll tell you, that's a saving grace for me. If I'm doing this in an Uber on the way somewhere, or if I'm filling out something and I don't want to read my information out loud, just because, I'm either in a car or I'm, a good example, actually. I was traveling down to where I am now a couple of months ago, and I was actually in a Greyhound bus. Definitely a place that you don't want to give any of your information out at all. And I was able to say, hey, I want to purchase this. We were booking a hotel room, and all I had to say to my agent was, hey, I don't want to read my information out loud. It's all on my profile. And then when I wanted to have them pay for it, I was able to show my card to the camera, have them snap a quick picture, put my card information in, and I didn't have to read anything out loud whatsoever. So it also allows you to do this in more of a private environment as well, which is another tip, just for being able to do things on the go, and something that I found has been a life-saving grace.
That's all. See, you guys are getting all kinds of hacks that we didn't have for the first time we did this show. So this is pretty awesome. It just keeps getting better and better. Well, now let's talk about the mobile version of Teamviewer. And this is where we have some differences. So the mobile version, and we can probably close out of our target screen here. But the mobile version of Teamviewer is actually called Teamviewer Quick Support. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you this via my screen, but I will be able to show it to you via audio. And first of all, we'll start off with Teamviewer for the Android phone because it's really easy. Now, you notice that with Ryan's computer here, the agent could control everything. Well, that's very different on the mobile platform. Now on Android, you can download the Teamviewer Quick Support app. You can log in and you don't have the password on the mobile apps. You just have your ID, which is specific to your device. And you will give the other person logging in your ID, and then you will double tap on, I believe it's the Start Broadcast button.
Correct. And if you want to go a little bit more into detail about that, we do have a lot of issues with people clicking the Start Podcast button. So there's a few different ways to access it based access it based on how your voiceover is, if it's on or off. But it's going to be usually it's like in the swipe up menu if you're doing it that way. How do you access it when you don't do it like that, Janine?
Usually, well, for the Android, I kind of swipe around the screen and do the Explore by Touch to find that button, the Start Broadcast button. For iOS, it's a little bit more difficult because, and I have not used TeamViewer Quick Support for iOS for a while, but there are actually 2 Start Broadcast areas there. And those are the tough ones to actually look at. Now, when you're doing this with Android, your agent, once they're connected, they can control your phone. So they can actually tap on things or activate things. In the iOS platform, however, they can't do that.
So that's a little true.
A little true, huh?
A little true. It depends on what version or flavor of Android you are running. The reason being is that Google Pixels, for example, do not allow agents to control. Now, I want to go into a little bit more detail about Android because iOS is definitely simpler for connecting. You download TeamViewer Quick Support, you enter that ID, you start broadcast. The agents can see your phone screen, but they can't control the phone. For Android,
oh dear.
For Android, it's a little bit more fun. If you're using Google phones, you can download the TeamViewer app. You can put in the code, start broadcast. Agents can see your phone, can't control. If you're using Samsung phones, you download the TeamViewer Quick Support app, and then on some Samsung phones, you have to download a partner app as well. Called, I believe it's Samsung Connect. With the TeamViewer Quick Support app will actually point you to the right app. So the download button for the partner app will be in the TeamViewer Quick Support app.
Oh, good.
When you go and download that app, then you can input that ID. And when you do that, then they will be able to control and use your phone. But that it only works for certain phones. And as I'm noticing in later versions of phone, that restriction is becoming more permanent, where the agents are only able to see and not control.
Oh my.
I know that on the J7s that we used to have, that some people have, they can control your phone. But there are definitely instances on Android now where it is going to a more restricted operating system where they can only see and not control. So it really does vary based on Android model.
And I just wanted to note that even if we can't control the screen, we can still assist in other ways with that. So if, for example, one of the main ones that we do is depositing a check. And
Definitely.
In this case, even if you can't even if we can't touch any of the buttons for you, we can still help you line up the camera over the check with this. Now, I have to say this can be a tedious process, but we will get it done. I've done it in 1 second and I've done it in 20 minutes before. So we don't give up. We'll help you out with that. But those are the types of tasks that even if you can't use, even if we can't click buttons for you, we still are definitely able to use the camera on those to assist with other tasks and and help you navigate other inaccessible things.
Well, that is good to know because I know there have been a number of people who have asked about depositing bank checks and how can your agent help you with that. So Quick Support is actually probably a pretty good way to do that because you've got that direct view of the bank app screen there. And
Definitely.
So you can actually help direct people to position the camera and all of that. Oh, good to know.
Absolutely, yeah. All you'd have to do is call in, we'd get connected, open up your bank app, and we would just help you move the phone like we do if we're using our phone or your phones to look at something. So same navigational stuff.
Great.
504.
Okay, now I am on my iPhone, as you can now hear, and I have my number that is going to be read out here in a minute for Emma to connect.
Your ID.
Definitely, I'm ready when you are.
504-340-086.
I'm not sure if you got that, but
No,
Oh no, can you? It's a little too quiet. Do you
It's
mind
a little
reading it
too
out to me?
quiet.
Characters.
okay. Let's turn my phone up a little bit.
Space. Cap C. Charlie.
Okay. So there's capital C.
Space. 5, 0, 4. Space. 3, 4, 0. Space. 0, 8, 6.
Okay.
And just to let
That
you guys
is-
know, you might have noticed on Janine's phone.
Can you do that one more time, Janine?
Sure.
On any other device. HTTPS:/ refresh. How to connect. Refresh. HTTP on any other device. Page picker.
Get down
Your
here.
ID.
Sorry, guys.
C 504340086.
504 340
Sender ID C 504340086.
086.
Sender ID ellipsis button.
Okay. And
It's given me the same pop-up as we got last time we
Teamviewer
tried to
quick
do
support.
this. It's not letting me in for some reason. Your Teamviewer doesn't like my computer or vice versa.
How to connect to this device.
But
HTTPS.
oh, that's right. We did have this problem before, didn't we?
Yeah, because I had to do it.
Yep. There we go. All right. Okay. My phone has been fired now. That's it. You're fired. That's
I did
it.
want to
Ryan-
mention though, you guys may have noticed a little bit more of a difference there with her phone. She has a letter in her ID. On Windows and Mac, there are no letters. It's all just numbers. So another difference between the.
Yeah, and I'm a little curious about that letter in the ID too. That may be what's
Emma,
throwing
if you take
things
that
off. But
out,
yeah, I
Does it
actually
work?
didn't. I tried it both ways. Let me try that one more time.
yeah, we'll try it here again, and let me plug back
Yep,
in here.
yeah, I got that in there with and without the C, and it looks like either way, it's not helping
It
me.
says no, you're not getting into her phone. No,
Read in Prismo button.
not gonna happen. All righty.
It looks like
well,
it's telling me you got a poor internet signal, but I don't think that's correct because we are talking on the internet.
and I know that people have often a lot of difficulty connecting with quick support. I will tell you folks, once you get connected, it's wonderful, but it is a tough program to get connected to. So be patient with yourself as you're setting up the connection. And I wish we could show it to you, but unfortunately, and it's probably on my end too, Emma, because I don't have very much bandwidth here.
Oh,
And
okay,
let's just say we're
possibly
taking up
that's
a lot of bandwidth
it.
tonight.
But yeah, and usually what would happen in this case is that we would enter in that information and literally I would see exactly what is on Janine's screen on her phone. So it's not like on the computer where you can just choose a specific part of the computer to share if you'd like, or the entire thing. You're just gonna share. It's gonna share the whole phone screen with me. Now you're still gonna need to navigate through that for me, especially if I can't use the buttons. But for example, okay, so go ahead, Janine. What would we have done there?
Well, let's see. We probably would have gone to my photos and I would have picked a photo that I didn't have a description on and had you tell me what it was. Or I would have gone through my photos to clean out some of the million photos of my landscaping that I have because we were doing a landscaping project all summer and we took literally hundreds of photos of this landscaping. So I have to clean all those out. I might also go to YouTube and look at a video with an agent. And this is just a
Definitely.
nice way to do that.
Yeah, so I actually recently did this task with someone where I went on YouTube with them and watched a video and described it was a spooky video, so that was fun and seasonal. But yeah, so that was easy to do. They gave me their code on their phone. They started broadcasting, and then I was able to access the YouTube channel or the YouTube app on their phone, open up the video that they wanted, and they could hear the audio coming out of their phone, and I was giving the visual description. So it worked out really well.
Oh, wow. Now that's really nice when you can get that all working together and have that set up. So, so somebody, you can actually tab away from the Ira app when you're in your phone, right, doing this.
Correct. Yep. So since we're not using the camera on your phone to do this task, you don't need to be in the actual Ira app itself. You're able to get out of that. And of course, don't close it out or you'll lose the call with us, but you don't need to have that one on front and center. if you needed us to quickly look at something with the camera on your phone, and not using TeamViewer, just using the actual camera on your phone, you would need to go back into the IR app first in order for it to kick in that camera one more time.
So the camera will then kick in if I flip over to the IR app. That's good to know.
I guess actually I've never done it. I assume.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you for that
See, I was
confirmation.
wondering how
was
Ryan
gonna
did
say.
that trick with the credit card. Now we know.
Yeah, so that should work out. And another thing that is helpful, not only for photos and YouTube videos and that type of thing, on your just regular like parts of your phone, but I can't stress enough the amount of fun I have going through people's social medias with them and reading or describing those photos. Now, I know that there are descriptions already sometimes, but if one of your friends just went on a fun trip, maybe this was a year ago, you could call in and have us go through their Facebook photos they just uploaded and give you some descriptions on that. So it doesn't just have to be the photos in your photo album. It can be other types of photos as well.
Awesome. Wow, well, that sounds like fun. I know with iOS 14, there are some new image descriptions, and those, I'm having more fun reading those things and the descriptions of buttons and all kinds of things. I'm just delighted to have all that information. So, yeah. Well, we are almost at the end of our expeditions. Heading back home.
Yeah, it looks like
Anything else
Bill
we
has
should
a
tell
question
folks?
for us.
Ryan, do we have any comments on YouTube? Anything out there?
We don't have any comments, but we do have Bill's been waiting patiently for like 30 minutes to ask a question.
Let's open it up.
Peg also
then.
just raised their hand as well.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get Bill. He's been waiting patiently for like 30 minutes, so I do want to
Bill,
get him
you
to.
are up.
I was watching your hand going, I want to answer your question.
We
Hey,
will.
Bill, how you doing?
Can you hear me now?
We can,
Yes,
yeah.
we can, sir.
Okay. I had to go. Reason I've been waiting a while unless I had to go out of the seminar and then back in because my computer was acting up, so I missed a lot of it. Now I have a couple of issues where on the iOS side, I wasn't sure whether I got the right program last fall because when I went into the App Store, I saw TeamViewer and Quick Support as two different things and couldn't tell which one was the right one. And then on the Windows side, I had an issue where I got it installed and was setting it up, and I don't know where I'm at with it because at one point it asked me to confirm something with my email, and I had a mailbox full situation, couldn't get it confirmed, and it's an email that I'm transitioning out of, so I don't know where I'm at with that. And also, it's just a little bit intimidating to digest all this and try to figure out how I'm going to learn how to use these programs.
So one thing I'll recommend to you, just to help you out a little bit, is definitely call your agent. They have steps to be able to walk you through how to get everything installed and set up correctly. And they can walk you through getting the app installed, getting all that all set up for you.
Which I have, but there was some sort of verification thing I had to do, and at the moment my mailbox and the old email was full, and I couldn't finish it. And then, as I say, on the iOS side, I wasn't even sure I had the right program because there was even a big discussion about this on the email list as well about the two different programs. It was very confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the program that you will need is, again, Quick Support. So the regular TeamViewer program for mobile apps is for you to be able to get into your computers via your phone. But the
so then I probably got the right one.
Yeah.
Because it shows up as Quick Support on my home screen. But
Definitely.
It's still very intimidating and confusing to deal with. I have enough trouble being intimidated if somebody wants to use JAWS Tandem with me, and I'm very knowledgeable technically, and that's a little bit scary sometimes.
Sure, definitely.
Definitely.
go
Oh,
ahead.
I just wanted to say quickly that we have lots of people calling in with various levels of knowledge of how different apps work and that type of thing. Do not worry. Just give us a call and we can walk you through step by step. You can let us know at the beginning of the call that you're having some trouble with it, and we'll be able to pull it up. And even if it takes a little bit, don't worry. We're not in a rush. Even if we run out of time, we can pass you off to someone else. But we are here to help you use any of these because it's just so great to see what we can do with people's phones and computers in order to help them do or access inaccessible things like that.
Absolutely.
All right. Do we want to grab a couple more, Janine?
Sure, let's grab a couple more.
All right, let's grab Peg.
Hello, Peg.
Hi, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I'm calling from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Hey.
Anyway, yeah, just a comment and a question. I'm a little disappointed to hear that the Teamviewer app for the mobile, like I have an iPhone, that you can't control the phone. And I guess mainly because it would be nice, it'd be a great way for you, Ira, to be able to take a picture of me. I do believe you can do that, though. I think I had Ira take a picture of me once, and I forgot how you actually did it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Emma, tell everybody how you can do that.
Yes, I love helping people take photos of themselves or of other things.
Good.
So one of the things that we would do in that situation, you can just call with the regular app. We don't have to do any of this other thing, of these other things, because we have the ability to take photos for you. So you can just call in. We would tell you how to position the phone to get the photo that you'd like. And then we on our side are able to snap that photo and either send it to your email, to your Ira app, or to both.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And we can also crop photos for you if you need to. So we'd be able to, open up those photos in a program on our computer and make them the size that you want, rotate them if you'd want, just in our normal kind of basic photo editing software. We don't have anything like Photoshop, but just basic things. And we'd be able to get that over to you in an email that way too. So if you wanted not only a photo taken from us, but something more specific, rotated, something like that, we can help out with that as well.
Oh, thank you. And I heard somebody say earlier that you're able to help people sign documents. And how does that work? Because I don't have like a digital signature. I'd like to create one. So I'm not sure, what does Ira do to help somebody sign a document or?
So there's a few ways we could do that. It depends on how the document itself would like your signature. So some documents just want you to a typed in signature, but it needs to be placed. We can do that. We can help you out with that. Some of them have an actual signature pad that you can use your mouse or whatever with, and we'd be able to help you get your mouse to the start of it. I'll let you know when to click, and you can kind of just drag a line, or you can do something more intricate if you'd like, and we'd be able to use that signature as well. And another way to do it is you can sign a piece of paper, and we could take a photo and download that signature onto the computer. Now, not all PDFs allow that to be placed in, like some DocuSign type documents. But if it's just a kind of a cutting and pasting of your signature onto a document and you wanted to make sure it was your handwritten signature, we could do it that way as well.
Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Thank you. Okay.
Absolutely. Thanks for your question, Peg.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Peg. And let's see if we may have lost Ryan for a moment. Oh dear. So let's see, Emma, I'm not sure if you have the controls to be able to grab somebody. We can take one more question.
I wish I did, but unfortunately, I do not have the ability to do that. Only Ryan does.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, because I am guessing that Ryan's internet got knocked out due to the bad weather that they're experiencing there. So I'll tell you what, everyone, you can either type your question in the chat, which I don't think we don't even have that enabled. I'm sorry, folks. You can send your questions, though, to us.
There is chat, and looks like we just had someone ask if they could type their question. Yes, you can.
Okay, fantastic. So you can actually type your question in the chat.
Yes, you can type your question in the chat or in the question answer section.
Yep.
And I'll quick check YouTube and see if we have any questions over there since Ryan's not monitoring.
Awesome. Sorry, guys.
Ryan's having a little bit of weather around him, I believe. So
yes, he is. And for all of you who are in the path, oh, and here's Ryan back, yay. For all of you in the path of this storm, please stay safe because ice is probably the worst part of it.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, no
we
worries,
just need
Ryan, no worries.
we just need some. We can switch from Peg to the next person and get these. And then one
so
more
we're
question
gonna,
if we have
we're gonna
time.
take one more question.
That one took my entire power out.
Yikes.
Oh, that's scary.
All right.
And we would
let's
almost
see.
expect that with some of the ice you guys are getting.
Let's see. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I believe. Hold on, just a second.
Oh,
while I
sure. So
figure out
we,
if.
Okay, and we do have a question
Yep.
that says, I tried to make a custom password on my TeamViewer during the expedition and couldn't get it to work. Can we please go over any setting that we'd need to modify so our passwords will work? I am not aware of any
Sure.
things that you need to
So,
modify. Go ahead.
I think it would depend on either whether you're using Windows or Mac. There shouldn't be anything on the Mac under System Preferences that you would need to have. Okay, she is using a Windows machine. I typically like to
What was the
create
question? I
passwords with at
apologize.
least one special character, one number, and one uppercase and lowercase letter. So that's usually at least 8 characters. Now I know that the passwords for TeamViewer are 6 characters, typically the generated ones. I usually go a little overboard with my passwords, but I would try something with at least 8 characters and those other conventions and see if it will take that.
And then
passwords
we do have a question from Gary. It says, I have called in a few times since last week's Explorer call, and agents were not aware that the Target online offer was available and it did not show up in the Android version of Ira. Is the Target online version going, or promotion going on currently, Janine?
The promotion is going on. It's going to be officially launched, I believe, on Thursday. But you should. I was told by our faithful CEO, Troy, that people could call in and have that offer activated as soon as we announced it. So please just, again, everybody knows about it now, but it will be officially official and you'll be receiving some correspondence about that on Thursday. We are trying to get everything squared away with corporate at Target, and then we'll get the app update that will put that into the promotions category. And when you look up things in the Ira app on Android, you're going to go to the navigation drawer, and then you're going to go down to apply a free offer. And you'll see a list of offers by, promotion, location, or product. And the promotion is where you'll find all of the websites, things like walmart.com, target.com, etc. And then the locations are where you're going to pull up your closest Target physical store or your Starbucks store.
Okay, I'm actually able
we
to.
We couldn't end without that, right?
I'm actually able to grab the last person now.
Oh,
sorry.
good. Okay,
we had a,
one
we had
more.
a,
Both of them actually asked their questions. We
they
can
both
have
asked
one of
them,
them too, but they
okay.
actually both typed their questions out, but we can go to them as well if you'd like anyway. See if they have any follow-up
We'll go ahead
questions.
and do that just to make sure, because that was my fault when it killed everything, and it kind of killed YouTube, so I had to fix everything real quick. So Winway, did we get all your questions answered?
Hi. Sorry for interrupting. You had started to answer my question. I asked the question about the custom password, and I believe there were a few settings such as like TeamViewer when logging on. I don't remember the exact wording. There was an option about like the strength of the password, and when I like adjusted my settings, there was already like a custom TeamViewer generated password in and not mine. And then when I set it to the option that sort of communicated just custom password, it had the dashes or the bullets in the password field, and the agent said that they weren't able to use my password. So I was wondering if any kind of settings on my Windows machine were necessary or if there's something that I'm not understanding about the process, because I feel like this would be super helpful for a lot of explorers, so that we don't even have to worry about it and we can just keep talking.
Sure.
I'm looking at the settings to see.
Ryan is
very
pulling up
quickly.
his
Great.
copy right
Yeah.
now to
All
check
right, let's
this
see.
out.
So I see password, so it looks like there is.
Yeah, because it took my password, Janine. That wasn't really the issue.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Sorry
great.
about
It
that.
just-
We
then it
didn't get the whole
wouldn't,
question before.
Oh, no, it's fine. I was like trying to type and listen. So like my question was honestly like kind of wordy because I was multitasking. So
Oh, no problem.
yeah.
Let's see something. I'm just
Well
gonna
familiar
go,
with that one.
Yeah.
Let's just
So-
go. I'm just gonna do something stupid.
We are looking for the answer, and if we don't get it tonight, when we will definitely put this out there, because it is a great question, and I may actually do a little segment on the podcast about doing this on both types of machines.
Yeah, we will do that actually because I think I want to test
we
it
will.
and
I think
see.
that would be a
Yeah,
better way to do it. That way we
let's
can
do
make
that,
sure
'cause,
that we
yeah,
get all the steps
because
correct.
I want to test it and see because I set one, but I don't know if it's gonna work. So we'll
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate this.
Oh, and also what sometimes happens is, and I had an agent tell me this, and Emma, you can verify it, but there's a quotation mark at the end of your password sometimes. If you are using, for example, I use the message feature, and I have my Teamviewer credentials set as one of the preset messages. And every time I use that, it puts a quotation mark at the end.
Do you use the on-screen Braille keyboard?
No, actually, I have never been
it's
able to
default
get
for
that.
that. It's default
Oh,
for
really?
the IRA app is what he's saying. Like, if you're-
okay. Well,
Yeah, so if
actually,
you're
I just
sending
I verbally just told the agent the password.
Oh, okay.
So I have no idea. I just know that the agent wasn't able to connect.
We will get to the bottom of that one and get it
definitely
onto a
will.
podcast and get all the settings set up for you. Because yeah, that app can be a little confusing. So we'll make sure we get that for you.
Yep, we
Thanks,
sure will.
guys.
We will
Appreciate
do a
it.
demo of that for the podcast, and that will take us to the end of this expedition. Everybody, put your backpacks down, shake it off, go get some of that delicious abuelito hot chocolate.
Sounds amazing.
I have to go get that now because
Actually, I still want the butterbeer from.
That's true. That's we need the butterbeer frappuccino. Although the toffee nut is calling me now.
What is this butterbeer I hear you talking about?
So the other day there was a conversation in the Explorer call, and Troy had asked if Starbucks had any secret menus, and we were going through and we looked it up really quick, and you can ask your Starbucks barista to do butterbeer spice, and they can make it for you. At certain Starbucks. So I encourage everybody to go use Ira at a Starbucks and go and take a picture and ask for butterbeer. And if you get it, post pictures of your butterbeer, because that just sounds absolutely amazing. It
sounds magical. Well, we will leave you on that happy note. Thank you for taking part in the expedition series. This will be up on IRAcast as soon as I can get it up to you, probably by Thursday. And we will answer Wenwei's question with a special episode to get these how to set your custom passwords in Teamviewer. Ryan, anything else people should know about? We do not have anything else going on this week at IRA, but next week is going to be a big week. We all know about the election. We're not going to talk about that.
Is that even? Yeah, that is next week. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we have another museum, don't we? Coming next Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah.
And yes, on Friday we do have another afternoon at the museum. We haven't pinned down our museum
special
yet,
one, guys. It's a
yeah.
very special one.
But
I'm excited.
then we are also going to be at a number of NFB conventions and other programs next Friday. So be aware of, watch your email boxes for some announcements about that. On Thursday, the 5th, I will be at the Ohio NFB virtual convention. That one is Thursday, the 5th, is their exhibit hall. So
and we will be at almost every other thing on
yeah, and almost every other thing is on Friday.
So busy day.
Absolutely. So everybody, I know we have a week to go, but we do have our Get Out the Vote promo. I used it yesterday. Everybody go and vote, and you have up to 20 minutes at a time for up to 120 minutes. And I actually used a good bit of that yesterday waiting in line. So, but go absolutely. Fill out your absentee ballot, whatever it is you need to do related to the election. We are happy to help you. And with that, I want to thank Ryan Bishop.
Thank you, everybody. It's such a pleasure coming into these expeditions. I absolutely love them. Send us your questions. And of course, if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to ask either your agents or give our customer care team a call as well. And we will be more than happy to answer those questions for you. If you're trying to get something set up, if you're trying to figure out how to do something, always feel free to call your agents, call our customer care line, and we can get everything sorted out for you.
Absolutely. And as always, our rockstar agent, Emma. Thank you so much, Emma.
Thank you so much. This was great having you back, Janine. And even though Ryan did a great job last time, but it was great to have you back.
He did.
These are so much fun.
Awesome. You guys rocked it.
Thoroughly enjoy these. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, bye, Winston. Waving to the dog.
Winston is passed out asleep next to me.
We will wish you a happy Halloween from Ira.